Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Oh, hello, dear viewers. I can check some comments in the from YouTube and Facebook page, but someone is missing still here. Okay, hello. Good evening, everyone. This is Showman from Institute of Global Professionals, and I'm going to announce the name, that is the importance of health and wellness, the international webinar number 183, and in between time we have successfully completed 182 webinars. So this organization is now globally accredited and globally recognized, and you know that which I can share everything. So you can, or you now in the comment section, based on comment section, I can say all the participants. Mamarisha, hi. That's the reason I don't want to go for the hosting. There's the reason, but no, what to do. To our host for today, Sir Gafur, he has several problem. That's the reason. But now we are move for our next process. Today we are going to announce our 138, 183 webinar, the importance of health and wellness, with three eminent speakers from India, from United Kingdom, and also from Nigeria. So I think I'm not a good host, so nothing more from my voice. So we'll move for our first speaker, and our first speaker, she's Ma'am Angelique. I'm going to invite her on stage directly without any further discussion. Ma'am, first of all, I'm not professional host, so that's the reason. So no more further arguing. I'm going to invite you on directly, ma'am. If ma'am, please share. I mean your screen, and please introduce yourself with our audience.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm so grateful to be here to talk about health and wellness, the importance of health and wellness to us today. As we all know, health is wealth, so it can't be taken lightly. You know, we really, in this day and age, are running around focusing on everything other than our health, our families, our jobs, our careers, you know, chasing our dreams, which is all good things, but we need to focus on us first. So that's what we're going to talk about, or what I'm going to talk about, and just give you some tips on how to have the best health of body and mind. So I'm Angelique. I'm a participant from the UK, as you see. I run a dance company called D Style Dance. My mission is dance to inspire. So I use dance to help people get fit, because not all of us love going to the gym, me especially. And so I had to find another way to help us get fit. And I use my passion for dance to help people get fit. I also am a nutritionist and a fitness instructor. So I combine all of those things to provide the best health of body and mind. So let's go for it. I'm going to share my screen in a second and take you through my tips. Okay. That's it. Can everyone see this? Let me go to the top and do the share.
Yes, ma'am. You can see.
Everyone can see, yes?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
welcome to everyone. As I said, my name is Angelique. I'm based in London and UK. But the best thing about, well, one of the only best things about lockdown is that we had something called Zoom and online facilities, which has become the lifeline of many organizations. So now, instead of just offering my services in the UK, I'm offering them globally, whether it's my dance classes, whether it's my fitness classes, whether it is my healthy living program. I offer all of this online to a global audience. So welcome to my part of the presentation. Like I said, I dance to inspire. I run international dance classes, but because I'm from India originally, Bollywood is in my blood. And so I run Bollywood dance classes. I also run Zumba because that is international and I absolutely love it, whether it's Latin or African dancing or Bollywood and Bhangra or pop songs, whatever it might be, you will find it in my class. So it appeals to every age and every nationality. And for me, that is amazing because for me, dance is one way that we can all be together without any differences. Music and dance has no language. You can hear music and enjoy it no matter where you're from. And the same with dance. I love it when all of my members together join in and dance with different cultures. So that is just for me an amazing opportunity to bring people together, not only for fitness, but to share each other's cultures, to share in the love between us all. So that is another thing that I absolutely love. So Bollywood dance and also Zumba fitness classes. And then I have a healthy coaching program called Fit for Life, which is a weight loss program, but more than weight loss, it's a healthy living program for body and mind. It looks at not only body health, but mind health as well, which is again very, very essential in this day and age. Again, we tend to focus a lot on having the best figure, having those, abs, being nice and toned and all of that. And then we tend to forget about our mental health. And if our mental health is not right, then, it causes a lot of problems and can end up in diseases as well. So for me, mental health is even more important than physical health. But both together, mental and physical, is when you end up having perfect health or being healthy all round. Without one of these, you cannot be healthy. So it is very important. And I will be taking you through some tips on how you can achieve that and how I help my own members to achieve that. Okay. So here we go about Fit for Life. So Fit for Life was created by me, Angelique. I'm a qualified fitness instructor. I am dance trained and I am nutrition certified as well. So I brought all of those things together when I discovered after having kids that thanks to dance and my healthy living and my healthy eating lifestyle, I actually started losing a lot of weight. So if you look on the right hand side to my pictures, the middle pictures, the two pictures are when I had just had my kids. So look how I look there. And then the top and bottom pictures is after I lost weight through my healthy living programs. And so, this is when I discovered, oh my goodness, I've lost weight. I feel amazing after having kids. I found myself. I found something I love, and hence I made it my mission to share that with others as well and created Fit for Life, which is this healthy living lifestyle. Moving on. So what are the key concepts? I'm going to go straight into it with not too much introduction about myself. I will give you a little bit of that at the end, but I thought, let me share these important, juicy nuggets with you straight away. So key concepts to work with. On the right hand side, there are actually 6 key concepts. On the left, there is 5, but I will take you through it. So my 5 key concepts are about how can you live a healthy lifestyle. So one is water. Water is really essential. We take it for granted. You need to have 8 glasses of fresh filtered water to remain healthy and let your body work in the optimum way possible. 5 fruits and vegetables a day is the norm. In the UK, the NHS, which is our health body, says we should have 5 fruits and vegetables. To be honest, I say that's too little. I aim for 8 to 10 a day. I think it is in some of the Far Eastern countries, they even have up to 15 a day. So 5 is like really tiny, but the most essential is at least 5, and then you can keep expanding as much as you can. Exercise for 30 minutes a day, at least 5 days a week. Again, that is the recommended requirement. You can do more, that's up to you, but the 30 minutes of exercise needs to be cardio exercise. You can't say, okay, I'm going for a leisurely walk, I'm going to talk with my friends and walk for 30 minutes. Yes, that's still good. It's still better than sitting on a sofa at home, but it's not good enough to keep you healthy because your heart and your lungs need to be sufficiently exercised through cardio for it to count as a good 30 minutes exercise. But it could be anything. It could be dancing, which I love. It's number one for me. It could be running, it could be skipping, it could be going to the gym, it could be swimming. I mean, there's hundreds of types of exercise, and no matter what you pick, it's good. So, as long as there's some cardio and you can do it for 30 minutes, then that is the recommended amount as well, 5 days a week. If you can join classes with an instructor, then it's even better because, when you're working out with people, you are going to work out harder because you're going to see others around you doing better. You're going to have the instructor who's encouraging you. And definitely, no doubt, you would work harder if you were with an instructor or with people around you, or even on Zoom, but with a live class, you would definitely work harder than, say, if you just put on a YouTube video or if you went for a walk or whatever it might be. So, again, I encourage you to find something you love, whatever it is, and try doing that in a group exercise if you're able to during this COVID time. But if not, then yes, join live classes even on Zoom. There's no excuse now. And also, you've got hundreds of programs on YouTube and other areas, even on TVs these days. So, exercising is really important again. Next, we come on to sleep. Sleep is so underrated and it's very, very important. 7 hours of sleep is really essential, minimum again. I know it's difficult if you have new babies or if you're working shifts or whatever, but our body really needs 7 hours. It's really proven medically over and over again that this is the time the body uses to heal itself. So if you don't on a regular basis sleep for 7 hours, then you're putting your body under a lot of stress. And when you put your body in that kind of stress without sleep, where it can't repair itself and correct itself, that's when things start to go wrong. Okay. And then I'm going to combine the last two. Within relaxation comes the whole mental health area as well. It is critical. If we are stressed, if we are not feeling good mentally, then we are not going to be our best physically either. And that's again another issue that leads on to diseases and other problems. So relaxation for 10 minutes, mental strength for another 5 minutes. And we will go through each of these things, what they mean. By mental strength, I mean finding your strength and anchoring yourself to something in the day. So it could be prayers, whatever you believe in. Prayers is very important. It could be gratitude. It could be a whole range of things that you could use to help you get stronger. All of this kind of works towards mental health. Um, yeah, and then what I mean is gratitude is giving thanks for three things even in the day that you can think of that you're pleased about, that God has blessed you with. Those kind of things are really, really important. So you can get that mental strength anchored into your day. So it could be prayers, like I said, it could be gratitude, it could be meditation, it could be anything that works for you. It's so important to keep that going. Relaxation too. Very, very important for you to do something for yourself in the day, whether it's a walk, whether it's a bath. We'll talk about that as well. But finding that time for yourself to anchor yourself, this mental strength and relaxation area, don't take it for granted. You need, especially adults and even women and moms who are rushing around trying to provide for their whole family. It's really, really critical that you give yourself the time to be able to find that place for yourself. So I hope this has helped. So like I said, there's water and healthy eating 5 a day and exercise for 30 minutes, sleep for 7 hours, relaxation for 10 minutes, and mental strength 5 minutes. It might seem a lot, but these things are really essential if you can do them on a day-to-day basis. So benefits of water. let's go into each of these areas. Like I said, 8 glasses of water we need. What are the benefits of water? It's increased energy, better skin, better circulation, better digestion, mental clarity, and many, many other benefits. Water, of all those elements, I would say is the number one thing that we need in our day. So, 8 glasses of water is really essential. And try and have filtered fresh water if you can. It helps enormously. Even just adding water to your daily routine, like 8 glasses, you will find a huge difference even within the first week or two in terms of the energy, and you also start losing weight. One thing about our mind is our mind can't differentiate between hunger and thirst. Did you know that? So sometimes when you're feeling hungry, if you actually start off drinking water first, you will discover you're not hungry anymore. So sometimes if you're overeating, it could be because you were actually thirsty and you didn't realize. So 8 glasses of water is so critical to clear your body from toxins and help you to stop overeating and look after your body. Right. The next thing was the 5 fruits and vegetables, or as I call it, eat the rainbow. Okay. Healthy eating. Fruits and vegetables obviously provide our body with vitamins, minerals, fiber, iron, and much, much more. And what my tip is to add fruits, vegetables, and salad to each meal. Try and include it in each meal. That way, you won't find it hard to add 5. Just as an example, I might have porridge with berries like strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, maybe in my porridge. At lunchtime, I might make a little salad to have with maybe, I don't know, a sandwich, or could be with some egg and toast. And lastly, at dinner, I could cook like a mixed vegetable or have a mixed vegetable soup or something. And then can you see you've already added 5 or more? If you intentionally add fruits and vegetables and salad to every meal, you will definitely make it. All right. Don't overcook your vegetables. We have a habit sometimes of cooking our vegetables in so much oil and masalas and all of that, that the vegetable is drowned, the vitamins are lost. Try and keep it as light as possible, just with a little bit of taste, and they are just delicious and super healthy. Buy fresh and organic where possible. There's a big benefit to that. And also, what I would say is have fruits and nuts as snacks. When you're feeling hungry or peckish during tea time, don't reach for the biscuits and cakes. Why not have a fruit or nuts? If you feel like you want to have a dessert at night, why not have a bowl of berries or yogurt with berries in it, without adding sugar. Sugar is very dangerous for us, guys. It is now been researched as the number one problem for our bodies. It is super unhealthy. It causes a variety of problems from obesity. Increasing weight comes from sugar, especially. So, obesity, diabetes, heart problems, cancer as well. Sugar has been now identified as very unhealthy for us. And also, it is more addictive than cocaine, apparently. So, we need to cut down on sugar to be healthy. And so, this is what I'm saying, use fruits as a substitute. I love my bowl of berries, or my yogurt with berries, or my porridge with berries, or just apple slices and orange slices in the evening, a mixed salad. I mean, there is a variety of fruits and vegetables you can have for nutrition. And when you have the rainbow, as we talk about, then that helps with your gut bacteria and your digestion as well. So, again, very, very important. The more you can have, the better. These have no calories. So, munch away as much as you want. And here we go with the exercise and physical activities. Okay, very critical. 30 minutes, 5 days a week. Remember what we said. Also, don't forget to include a live class if you can, to push yourself some more. Okay, that is actually me in the picture. So, me in the front, pink, with my gym ladies, all working out. I'm literally off the floor, as you can see, flying. So, this is what exercise does to you. Look at everyone's faces, everyone's smiling. This is obviously dance fitness where everybody loves the music, loves the dancing, and automatically starts smiling. So, dance for me is the best form of exercise. But I would suggest any exercise is good for you. I already went through the list before. And if you look at this screen, you will look at all the different exercise benefits. Now, one thing I want to clarify is that just because you exercise, you're not going to lose weight. People come to me attending one class a week and they say, "Oh, I've been coming to your class for so many months now and I haven't lost weight." Why? Because you're doing it once a week with no other exercise the rest of the week. And secondly, because then you're eating junk food at home as well. You're not having healthy food. So you can't expect a miracle to happen with exercise. And the main purpose of exercise is to give you a healthy heart and lungs, to keep your circulation going, to move, to help your mental and physical health. It is not the main reason to lose weight. Okay, that is not the intention of fitness and exercise. Exercise is for all these other benefits. It will help you lose weight if you combine it with healthy food and regular exercise. Then yes, no, there is a guarantee that you will lose weight. I run my own Fit for Life healthy living program with nutrition, exercise, and people lose about a stone in 2 months or more. They lose about 3 to 4 kgs a month. So it is possible and it's a guarantee, but it can't work on its own. You can't eat rubbish and exercise once a week and expect to lose weight. So it has to come with a whole commitment towards healthy living. Moving on, sleep, like I said, 7 hours a day. The Dalai Lama said sleep is the best meditation. You need that for your body's healing. If you can't sleep 7 hours in one go because you might have a baby or shifts, then make sure you make some time to catch up during the day. You could have a half an hour, 15 minute, 1 hour sleep during the afternoon. That is also really, really helpful for your body. So try and make sure you sleep about 7 hours a day. Okay. Lastly, we're going to relax and the mental health elements. Okay. It is important to have some me time every day just for your mental health and for peace in your life and that time for you to enjoy. Don't be just rushing around, rushing in the morning, getting ready, getting the kids ready, rushing to work, working hard all day, rushing at lunchtime, rushing to pick the kids, rushing to make dinner. You get the idea. If your life is just rushing from point to point, you are going to make it a very difficult situation for your body to be healthy. Mental health is very, very important. Take it from me. I definitely had this issue of running around like a headless chicken and being very stressed all the time and ended up with quite a terrible health situation last year. So it has made me even more determined to share with you that it is important to look after yourself, to take time for mental health, to take time for relaxation. Again, some ideas here for you. Take a lovely relaxing bath, have a massage, listening to some music that you love, going for a walk in nature, reading a book, watching TV, no matter what it is. Meditation, deep breathing, all of these are fantastic relaxation tools. So please make 10 minutes time for yourself every day and combine it with the mental health elements of praying, having gratitude for your life. Just be happy in the moment. Forget about the stresses all the time that are taking up your headspace. Be grateful, enjoy the moment. And that's when you have the full, all rounded, healthy living in body and mind. So, just reminding you again of these concepts of my Fit for Life program: water, 8 glasses a day, 5 fruits and vegetables a day, exercise for 30 minutes, sleep for 7 hours, relax for 10 minutes for yourself, and gain some mental strength just for 5 minutes. If you need more information on this, or if you would like to join my global coaching programs, then feel free to contact me. The number is going to be coming up on the next page. I run 60-day programs, 30-day programs to help people put this into their lifestyle as a regular habit. So that's a little bit about me. and you can read it at your leisure. I won't want to take up your time, but like I said, I'm a nutritionist, I'm a fitness instructor, I run a dance school, so I bring the best of all these worlds together so that you can have health of body and mind, not just body, not just mind. We need to combine the two to live our best life. Okay, so these are a little bit of things that I do. What my company does, my company is called D Style Dance. You can find us on the website, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, Twitter. You can find us anywhere and just contact me at any point if you would like some help. We are based in London, but running global classes as well as fitness programs. So here's a little bit about healthy living. It's about combining all of these different things. Reduce your stress, reduce your sugar and salt, increase your activity, feel better, eat fresh, think positive, fruits and vegetables all day long, and keep that fitness going. And don't forget water. Water is so essential as well. Okay, so thank you very much. My name is Angelique. I hope you have enjoyed these tips. I hope you will add them to your lifestyle. And if you need any help, then feel free to get in touch with me, like I said, at D Style Dance on any social media, or I'm sure through the organizers of this wonderful program today. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions, I will be more than happy to answer them.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Actually,
Most
for
welcome.
healthy life, we need a healthy routine first. So,
Yes,
this is for the first time. I would like to request you. I need a healthy lifestyle routine for myself because I actually, from morning 6 to late night 3 a.m. That is my actually
goodness.
time schedule for working hour from
Wow.
6 to 3. That means I get only 3 to 4 hours
Oh,
in a day for sleep, and which
mm,
is not still sufficient for me also, I know that. But I need a sustainable healthy routines, that's true. So I will definitely contact with you, ma'am, for
sure.
my personal reason. Thank
No,
you,
it's
ma'am.
very important, very important. We have to
That's
look
true, ma'am, that's
after
true.
ourselves first, because God forbid tomorrow something happens to you, who will look after your family? And what is the point of it? If you don't enjoy this life and enjoy it in the best health, then kind of the purpose is lost?
That's true, ma'am. That's true. Actually, right now my baby is not feeling good. He is sick. He has diarrhea and also fever. For the last 3 days,
Mm.
me and my family is still we are not able to sleep for a minute also.
Oh, goodness.
The
Yes.
last 3 days, the last 3 days history. But
Mm.
at the before, I at the same time, I think I have some symptom as like as COVID also. It's 40, almost 44 days. Right now, still I don't have a strong smell and I don't have
Oh,
taste
gosh.
also.
Mm.
But everything is okay. In
Mm.
the last few days, when I allow myself for 10 to 15 minutes for exercise,
Yes.
last 3 days only, last 3 days, but I feel something different than the other days.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
It's it's
that's true actually, ma'am. But when I stopped, like if today, I'm not able to do the my exercise as like as
Mm.
previous day. But in today I feel something, I'm just missing something. There's
Exactly.
there's the reason.
Exactly. Your
Exercise is
body is
actually very
reminding
very
you.
required.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
so
Yes,
important. Like
yes.
you said, even 10 to 15 minutes if you take
now
twice
now
a
I feel
day.
muscle pain. Now I'm feeling muscle pain because I
Yes.
think after 10 minutes of exercise it will be vanish. But right now I feel muscle pain. But no, but we need exercise. That's the daily routine also.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank
Exercise,
you.
healthy food, and healthy mental health as well.
Ma'am, but ma'am, something, you can say that healthy food in your country, but we can't say that healthy food in our country because
You
it's
can. You
completely. No, ma'am, no, ma'am. Because in our country, it's completely based on chemical and something like that. You can say formalin, which can the word of formalin,
yeah.
sodium hydrochloride, something like that. I'm not actually familiar with that word. So
Yeah.
I can say in the Philippines, they can say they can get fresh food, fresh vegetable, because they have own garden. But in
Mm.
our country, we can say that. that we need fresh vegetable, or we will get fresh fruits. Sorry ma'am, this is not for in our country.
No, I know. But what I'm talking about is, see, you don't have control over that for sure. If you can grow in
Definitely.
your own garden, fantastic. But if you can't, then you have to make do with whatever you have. But what I'm talking about is you have to cook it in a healthy way. If you
Yeah,
cook
that
food
that's
and
that we
vegetables,
can do that. That
yes,
we
so
can do.
that is the
Yes.
important part. Have lots of lentils like dals and proteins and good things along with fresh vegetables, but cooked in a healthy way, like not overcooking in oil and butter. And, that's the main point.
But ma'am, one thing, now WHO said that you have to cook more than 100 degrees Celsius to remove the COVID-19 variant. How can
Hmm.
it possible? If you cooked more than 100 degrees Celsius, then it how can you cook that more than 100 degrees Celsius? Is it
Yes.
possible?
Well, no, it's going to kill the vitamins also, So,
Yes,
I mean, you
yes.
guys have to, see what's best during this COVID time. Things might be a bit different, but as we come out of it, we have to go back to, just eating healthy, not eating outside all the time, not using bad oils, eating well, eating healthy.
Thank you,
But
ma'am.
the
Thank
best we
you.
can do at any point, it's not in our hands. What's not in our hands, we can't control. But what's in our hands, we have to look at that.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Most welcome.
See you in the next Q&A part.
Sure.
Okay, our viewers. Now I'm going to invite our second speaker. She's from India. And without any further ado, I would like to invite her on stage. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, good evening everyone. Namaste.
Good evening,
I
ma'am. Good
hope
evening, ma'am.
I
This
hope
is
I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am. You are audible, loud and clear. Now this is virtual stage is yours.
Yeah, so I'll just try sharing my screen. So
Sure,
please be
sure, ma'am.
online and guide me.
Sure, ma'am. I'm always here.
You have already helped me, but still I want to be. Yeah, can you see it now?
Yes, ma'am. Now open your PPT and make it presentation mode.
I'll
Ma'am,
just share.
someone says from Philippines. Namaste, madam.
How sweet of her. Namaste. It is showing send. Shall I click on that send button?
No, ma'am. Now you have to
I'll
move
have to
your
go.
PPT. Yes, yes, yes. Open your PPT and make it presentation mode.
Is
Yes, ma'am.
it? Yeah, can you
Yeah.
see this?
Yes, ma'am. Is it
Okay.
visible?
So, hello everyone. Before I start, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Chitika. I belong to the beautiful state of Assam, which is popularly known for its tea globally. You know, and I have been living here in Mumbai, which is the financial capital of India, and Mumbai it's known for its stressful life. Mumbai is known for its Bollywood. Mumbai is known for the survival of the fittest. Mumbai is known for local trains. I'm sure you all might have seen the images and the videos on your maybe on your TV screen or on your mobile screen, how people struggle to survive here in Mumbai. So they say if you can survive in a place like Mumbai, you can survive everywhere in this world. So when it comes to a competitive or a stressful life like Mumbai, it is very much important to give equal importance to your health and wellness. And as I said, I'm basically a marketing and media professional. I have worked with the media conglomerate of this country, and lately I'm associated with Bollywood. I run my own entertainment portal called Bollywood Couch. I also have a small PR wing under which we manage public relations for various Bollywood celebrities, like many actors, many musicians, then editors. There are many talents which are associated with Bollywood. We mainly know the stars, but there are many people behind the scenes, behind the cameras. So we do public relation for them as well. So when it comes to Bollywood, or when it comes to day to day life, uh, I am going to share mainly my personal journey because Madam Angelica has already, enlightened us with her expertise and with her knowledge. She is a life coach herself, and I am not an expert on health and wellness, but I am here to share my own journey. When it comes to health, we all know what is health, right? So health is like our state of being. Like today I'm here, I'm capable of doing my day-to-day activities, I'm capable of switching on my laptop and interacting with you, talking to you, and responding to you. This is all related to our health. But wellness is something which is an extension of health. Wellness is the the way that we live our life. We live our life in the best possible ways, with all the resources which are available. But health and wellness both are interconnected. We cannot have one without the other. So that way, health and wellness are equally important at every aspect of our life. If you are a student, then it is equally important. If you are a working professional, if you are a musician, if you are a creative artist or a creative talent, or if you are a retired person, if you are a housewife. When it comes to people like me, I am a mother of two and a working professional. So you can understand how much mental wellness matters to me, how much do we tend to take health for granted. In today's scenario, I have seen that if you have some kind of disease or some kind of illness, you tend to take care of your food habits, you tend to take care of a routine that you follow. But when people feel that they are not having any kind of illness or disease, then they are bound to take their health for granted. So I'm also a community worker. I try to help all the cancer patients who comes to Mumbai for better treatment, especially from small state of India like Assam or Northeast. So that while doing that, while I have frequent visit to hospitals to fix appointments with doctors or to go to show the reports and all. So while visiting hospitals like Tata Memorial or Bombay Hospital, I could see lines of patients, both the sides of the corridors, because the hospital is already full. The hospitals like Tata Memorial, they are handling more than 40% of patients than their capabilities. So when I go and do those kind of community works, I realized that health is really well. So I urge all of you guys today to please take care of your health as well as your wellness, because health is the real wealth. We may be running after our career, we may be running after money, we may be running after success or whatever, but if there is no health, there is no point of anything. You will not able to enjoy whatever you may achieve in your life if you do not have a good health. So, today, as in today, when we are fighting with COVID-19, when the entire world is under stress, there are thousands and thousands of people who might have lost their jobs. There are thousands and thousands of people who may have lost their dear and near ones, their family, their family members or their neighbors or their siblings. So we all are fighting our own battle, in this pandemic situations. We are going through lots of challenges, lots of emotional, mental, physical, social, spiritual challenges. So in this kind of trying times, it is very much important to maintain our emotional health, our emotional wellness, and also to have a spiritual path which help us really to maintain our calmness and to remain healthy. So when it comes to me, as I said that I'm going to share my personal learning today. So after becoming a mom, I was fully a career oriented lady. I wanted to climb the ladder of success. I wanted to, I had some roadmap which I wanted to climb and achieve. But suddenly I became a mom, and I live in a, single family, in a family in Mumbai where my parents are not here, where my in-laws are not here. It's a nuclear family, only myself and my husband. So what to do? If I want to raise a content, a secure, and an individual like me, I'll have to decide. So as a result, I decided to quit my full-time job and I decided to take a break so that I can attend to my kid. What I felt like, if I have given birth, I'll have to do justice to him and her, because I am the one who have brought them to this world. And I always wanted to raise happy and secure kids. I have seen many kids who are going to crash, who are going to babysittings, but there is something or the other which I'm not comfortable with. I'm not being judgmental, I'm not being critical to anyone. I am sure everyone are open to decide whatever is best for them, but I'm just talking about myself and my belief. And I somehow feel that the kids, they need the parents most, if not for the whole childhood, but for a particular time span. If any of our parent can take a break and give full time to the kids, we can see the result. When I see my kids today, I see them more content, more secure, they are more socially active, they are more emotionally sound, they know that mama is there for everything. They know that they have someone in the behind, someone always constantly with them, whatever may happen, whatever they may be facing in the school, they may be facing in the classes, if anyone is bullying them or whatever it is, they know that mama is there and mama can solve it. My daughter, who is only 6 years, she will tell me, mama, you are super mom, you can manage it. So I feel so good that it was a conscious decision to quit my full-time job. However, once my kids are grown up, once they become turned 1 year old, I have gone back to my job, my professional world. Though I'm not working full-time, but I'm working as a consultant. And today I'm also running my own venture, a PR and media house, and handling many clients of Bollywood, right? So when it comes to physical health, when it comes to health, so we understand some major components of health, like physical, emotional, social, spiritual, and intellectual. I'm sure all of us are aware what is physical components of health, and madam has already explained. I'll not go deep into it. So when it comes to emotional health, so somehow I tend to give more importance to emotional health when it comes to my own team, when it comes to my colleague, when it comes to my own family, my relatives, my domestic help, or in my society, or in my community as a whole. I feel that emotional health is much much more important. In countries like India, we have a taboo. If we have a physical illness, if we have a physical problem, we don't mind to visit a doctor. But if we have any kind of emotional problem, if we are having depression or any other issues, we don't feel comfortable to go to a doctor, we don't feel like comfortable to share about it. But I urge everyone, I also tell it to all my known people around. See, you will have to you will have to find someone trustworthy in life with whom you can share your feelings freely. We are always being afraid of being judged. Nowadays we are afraid of being judged, so we are not comfortable to share our feelings. We are always being very conscious about it. So it is very very important to find someone who is reliable, who is trustworthy, with whom you can go and speak freely. I consider myself very much fortunate and blessed that I have got two sisters. Whenever I face any kind of stress, whenever I have any kind of issues in my office, or if I have any kind of issues at my family front with my husband or with my kids or with my domestic health, I just go and I offload everything. I just pick up my mind to them. I know they are my blood sisters, they are not going to judge me, but I need a space when I can just relieve myself. And as soon as I do it, I feel so free. I feel more energetic. I am rejuvenated, and I can just come back to my own track, and I can continue doing what I was doing. So, when it comes to emotional health, we need to always maintain a positive attitude, even during we have a problem. With a positive attitude in life, it is always helpful to find a way out. If you feel that you are dumped, if you feel that you are caged, if you feel that it's only darkness everywhere, then it is next to impossible to find a way. If you have hope, if you have faith, if you have a positive attitude, then I'm sure how much ever problem that you are facing today, you will always find a way to come out of it. And remember, if you have any problem, any kind of emotional problem, any kind of mental issues that you are dealing with, please feel free to seek professional help. There are people out there who are expert, who have expertise to handle you better. So please don't compromise on this. Please go and seek professional help. And then the most important component is social health. So I am a very social person. I am involved with various NGOs. I am involved with various communities. I am connected with various, women entrepreneur group, then, Women International Leadership Forum, then Loani, Ladies of All Nations International, then Assam Association Mumbai, the Northeast Association in Mumbai. I'm involved with various bodies, various communities, various clubs, and it is very much important for each and every individual to find something that interests you. You know, I'm a very social person, but contraposed to me, my sisters, they're very reserved. They don't talk much, they don't interact much. But I always urge them to find something that interests them so that they have their like minded people, so that they have their own like minded communities with whom they can exchange. They can exchange, they can, share, and they can grow. The world is all about, helping each one and grow together, right? It is no more that I will grow, I am the only one who wants to be successful in life. No, it is always a team efforts. You will have to walk along with everyone, then only you can create a better ecosystem for this society or for the world as a whole. So again, when it comes to social health, it is very much important to identify the toxic people in and around you. Most of the time we don't realize that we have got toxic people around us who are always suppressing us, who are always demotivating us, who are always discouraging us. It is very much important to identify those people and cut them off so that you can have your vision in place, you can fight with your own spirit, and you can encourage yourself and go forward in life. Similarly, it is also important to identify the unhealthy relationship that is there in your life. If you feel that this relationship is not healthy, it is not giving you a positive dimension, so it is better to cut it off and be alone. After, like, social health, it is spiritual. I am a very spiritual person. When I say spiritual, it is not necessarily religious, but it is spiritual. Find your, find your quiet corner, in your house where you can be yourself. It is very much important. As they say, I always believe in this saying that you will have to find your own peace. We all are having your own set of struggle. Even if I'm having a full-fledged family, my husband, my kids, my sister, my brother, my parents, my in-laws, everyone is there supporting enough. Still, I need to find my own peace. I'll have to find a quiet corner in my house where I want to be with myself. That may be like, doing some meditation, that may be doing some puja, or doing some chanting, or some, listening to some mantras, or listening to some songs which are my favorite, that helps me to calm, and that helps me to remain focused, that helps me to remain positive in my life. So, and we all have our own religions. So I will urge everyone to study deep your own religion, spend time with nature, and appreciate the world around you. When it comes to me, if I'm under so much of stress, if I am struggling, I make it a point to go to the beach, because Mumbai, we have got many beaches. I just go there and I sit quiet, or else I go to sit near any river, or I just go to forest areas, whichever is available nearby, and I talk to nature, I talk to birds, I talk to flowers, and that is how I distress myself, and at the same time I connect to the universe. For me, it is very, very important for everyone to connect to the universe, because universe is all alive. If we connect, then we are more reciprocative. We can receive the healing, the power of healing from the universe, and we can actually understand the real purpose of life, and we can go forward in our life. And the next most important component is intellectual. The way Madam has already explained about how to do exercise, how to keep ourselves fit, how to eat healthy. So I would like to just add one thing. The way our body needs physical exercise, our mind, it also needs intellectual exercise, intellectual brainstorming. So how do we do that? Just to remain intellectually sharp or intellectually engaged, it is very much important to keep an eye on the current affairs. You should take your school work, your college work, your office work seriously, and spend on learning new things. Please take academic help if you need. Be a lifelong learner. This is very, very important. And I do follow it, and I could see the result in my personal life. So I will urge everyone to follow these tips. So after health, it is like wellness. So there are few strong dimensions of wellness, like health, like physical, it is common to both. Emotional, it's common to both. Social, it's common to both. Spiritual is common to both. Intellectual is common to both. But there are two new additions, which are like occupational and environmental. So I have already spoke about physical wellness. I'm sure you can see the my slides, and you can see that tips also. Madam has already said all these points, like how we need to have adequate rest, how we can use time to sleep, how we should eat healthy and all. So I'll not go much into it. So then emotional dimension, I have already spoken about it. So the tips are like, we will have to tune into your thoughts and feelings. We always say that we always have a mental tug of war within. So it is very much important to have a tuning on both. When you're both mental and your logical or emotional or whatever we say, it is in tune, then you yourself within, you are at peace. And when you are at peace, you can be more productive, you can be more happy, and you can do anything that you wish for yourself. And second is cultivate an optimistic attitude in life. We'll have to be hopeful about tomorrow, even if today we are struggling with this pandemic, even if the economy is struggling, even if since 2020 we are having a very low or slowdown across the globe, but we cannot lose hope. We will have to remain optimistic in our life. We will have to have this faith that tomorrow is going to be a good day. Tomorrow, everything is going to be normal. The normal life will be back to us. We are going to be as busy as we used to be. We are going to be as productive as we used to be, and we are going to earn as much as we used to be. So we will have to learn to time management. We will have to practice stress management. We will also have to, most importantly, we'll have to know how to accept and forgive ourselves, yourself, and others. While doing that, we actually clear our baggages, and that is very much important for your own growth. So next is intellectual wellness dimensions that I have already talked about. Our mind also needs some exercise, and how do we do that exercise? We can, we can take up some new workshop. We can learn new language. We can seek out to people who challenges you intellectually. We can read and read and read, and we can learn and appreciate art. When it comes to me, how do I do that? I make friendship with new people. I travel to new places. I try to understand their culture. I try to understand their food habits. I try to understand their, spiritual belief and faith system. And that is how I keep myself intellectually, updated, so that, my mind is getting its feeding. So next is social wellness dimension. Social wellness dimensions is again very important because uh, human beings are socially animals. We cannot live lonely. We cannot be aloof. We will have to live up to the expectations of the society. Today when I'm talking to you, I'm sure my family is expecting me to deliver something substantial so that it can be useful or helpful for all the audience today. So likewise, so I will have to do a little bit of exercise or a little bit of practice so that I can live up to that expectation of my people around me. That comes under social wellness dimensions. So it means leading a good communication skill, or it means you are having your own network. You know how to build your network, how to develop your own support system, for not only for yourself but for your friends and family. Today I'm living here in Mumbai. So if somebody wants to come from Assam to make a career in Bollywood, I should be in a position to help them, if not financially, but I can always help them by sharing some information. If somebody wants to do sound engineering, I receive many calls. In every week I receive a call from some of the other parents who are very much anxious that their children wants to come to Mumbai, or they want to come here to struggle in Bollywood. So I am always always available to them. I always try to guide them which is the best institute if you want to do sound engineering, what is the best institute in Mumbai, if you want to do film editing, if you want to do cinematography, if you do want to do acting. If you want to do acting, then please go to FTII or NST or SRFTI. If you don't want to go for those government recognized one, then you can pick up some short term. That way I guide them. It is not necessary, because we have a believe that you can help others only when you are successful or only when you have money. But I always tell this, that this is wrong. We can help people by passing on information, by connecting them with concerned people, by just exchanging your learning. So today I'm here to exchange only my learning. And by doing that also, we are developing a connect. We are becoming part of the communities. Today I have become the part of this IGP, and I'm sure it is going to be long term, and that is how we develop our communities. We develop networking, we develop our own ecosystem, so that it is not only useful for me but for all the people around. So next is spiritual dimensions, which I am very close to it. This is very much close to my heart. So I would like to talk about it. It is like, when it comes to spiritual wellness, it is like having a value, having a principle in life, having your own value system, having your own faith and hope and commitment that provides a sense of meaning and purpose to your life. It is very, very important. Does not matter. You might be a school going kid, you might be a college goer, you might be a young professional, you might be an experienced or seasoned or mature person, but it is very, very important to understand the meaning and purpose of your life. We have come to this world, we have come with some or the other purpose. It is very important to connect with that supreme power and understand your purpose of this life, so that so that you can focus. Most of the time I see people, they are just they are just haywire. They don't know where they stand, they don't know where they want to go. Fortunately, next generation is quite sharp and focused enough. They know what to do, and most importantly, they also know what they don't want to do. And I believe when we have a spiritual path, I believe when we meditate, when we try to connect with the universe, when we try to connect with the supreme power, it helps us to understand the purpose of our life. So how do you do that? You can do it by spending time alone or meditate quietly, but it should be a regular practice, not like once in a blue moon. You should be inquisitive, you should be curious, you should be listen to your heart and live by your principle. There are many instances in my personal life where I had to compromise, but I choose to quit rather than compromising on my spiritual or my belief system or my ethics or my integrity. Because for a short term goal, I don't want to compromise on my learnings that my parents have bestowed or my parents have endorsed. So, I feel that, this job is only a job. Tomorrow I'll get a better job. But why to compromise with my own integrity, right? So allow yourself to express freely. That is very important. We tend to suppress ourselves. We are so afraid of being judged that we tend to suppress ourselves all the time. We are very much cautious what other people will think. We are very much conscious about what the world will think. Don't bother much. Nobody has time for you. You are the only one who will have to give full time to yourself, full focus to yourself. So please see to it so that you can express yourself fully and freely. And while doing that, you should also create a space for others to do the same with you, right? And environmental wellness, we all know there are many organizations who are talking about the environmental wellness. Now I'll just touch upon this. When it comes to environmental wellness, we should be more caring towards nature. We should be more connected to mother earth. Whenever we pick up any kind of habits or any kind of behavior, we see to it that it shall not be harmful to mother earth, it shall not be harmful to nature. So we should stop minimizing the harmful effect on nature. We should be environmentally responsible citizen. We should reduce, we should reuse, we should recycle. And I always say we should renew our relationship with mother earth every day. And when it comes to occupational wellness, which is very important, because we all are into some or the other occupation. If you are a student, then you are studying. If you are a research scholar, you are doing research is your occupation. If you are a working professional, then we all have some or the other occupation in life. So it is very much important to maintain occupational wellness in our life. That will help us to balance, or that will help us to gain that happiness and enrichment in our life. Occupational satisfaction is important. It is related to your attitude towards your work life. If you are happy, if you're satisfied, you will be ready go to your job next morning. There will be no Monday blues for you. You will not have to push yourself to go to office. So it is very, very important to have occupational wellness in life. And how do we do it? So we can create a roadmap for yourself. We can have very variety of career opportunities for ourselves. You'll have to be versatile. You can't be so adamant that I will only work in this field. You should be open. You should be versatile enough to try different field and sectors, so that you have a larger or better approach towards life, and that would help you to grow. If not today you may not see the result, but tomorrow I'm sure you will see the optimum result. And you should be also open to change. I have seen in earlier generations, people don't like changes. They don't like to adapt any kind of technology. They don't like to adapt any kind of changes in their office on or in their professional front. But if you do that, you are the only one who is going to remain left out or behind. It is very much important to adapt change or to welcome change. So habits, madam has already talked about it. It's like healthy plates, stay hydrated, etc., etc. I'll not go much into it. I will share my few personal learnings. As I already said that I was a media professional before I have started my own initiative, Bollywood Couch. I was working in a media, and I quit my high paying media job to raise my kids, because I wanted to raise secure and content kids. So if you ask me today, or if I look back, there is no repentance. I feel so happy and proud that I could make that decision. And it was my entire decision. There was no force from any family member. It was like me who has volunteered for it. Today, when I see my kids, I'm very happy, and I feel that it is worth. I may be a little behind than my colleagues. I may be earning less than them. I may be, when it comes to the designation hierarchy, I'm little lesser than them or behind. But when I look back at my kids, and when I look back at my family or my home, I feel fully content. I feel fully happy, and I feel more satisfied. And then the second is, I have learned it is a long journey. There are many ups and downs in everyone's lives. So while going through my life journey, while going through my struggles, while going through my own learnings, I have identified my own peace. So it is very important to identify your own peace and be at peace. Spiritual path, so which is, again, I'm very much into it. It helps me to keep calm and remain hopeful and positive. Today, we are all facing some of the other challenges because of COVID. But if we remain spiritual, if we remain faithful, or if we remain strong or positive, I'm sure we all will able to overcome this challenge, and we can have a better and healthier life. And all the other thing which I'm doing is inducing the faith and belief system that I follow. I'm trying to induce them into my kids, so that tomorrow, when they will have a stressful life in India or wherever they will decide to be, it should be their root. It should be their base, so that whenever there are any challenges, there are any problem, they should look back to their system, and they should have an inward journey rather than outward support system. When you are digging inward, it is more convenient to find your answers better. And and I always remain socially active. I try to extend my helping hand to whoever they ask for. It may be any media person who is calling me to asking for any Bollywood celebrities number. I always give them readily. If there is anyone who wants to come to Mumbai for cancer treatment, I try to help them by connecting them with the doctors or with the NGOs who are providing support, or with the medical companies to get medications, or with the hotels or the lodges or homestay so that they can, stay in an affordable cost. And then, helping, while doing that, I also try to involve my kids so that they see what mama is doing, so that they follow it tomorrow and they can be a better human. So, and the other thing that what I do, like, I do that gratefulness practice every morning. The moment I wake up, I make it a point to thank everyone. Thanks to the universe, thanks to my people around me, thanks to my parents, thanks to my domestic help, thanks to my husband, thanks to my kids, and thanks to everyone. So, like, thank you Institute of Global Professionals for having me today. Thank you Loani. Thank you Sister Caroline Makaka for having me today. And it is so glad to be connected. It is so glad to be sharing my experience with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. I think before I say something, then first I like to ask a question to our live learners. Dear participants, do you want any valued actress or valued celebrity in IGP?
That question is for me.
No, no, ma'am. This question is for our participants. Actually,
Acha,
what they want.
acha. Yeah, you
Do you
can
want
get them. Why not?
yes. Actually, I just want to know from our live viewers. They want. Do you want any valued celebrity in IGP? Yes. 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 Okay. Do
Some
you have any
Bollywood rock.
choice? Do you have any choice?
Yeah, so
Dear,
many.
dear learners, do you have any choice which celebrity you want in IGP? Because Ma'am Jyotika can help us to invite anyone from Bollywood.
Please
So
don't
just
say anyone. Please, only them whom I know
ma'am, first
personally.
of all, one request from Pradeep. He is one of the best person from Nepal, and he's also a principal. He said, Tiger Shroff,
We can anytime
Amir
connect to
Khan,
him.
Amir Khan. We have some choice. Amir Khan, Tiger Shroff, then Priyanka Chopra.
She's not here in India anymore.
Then any other choice? Thank you, ma'am. Palma. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks a
Ma'am,
lot.
actually, Salman Khan. Ma'am, Salman Khan also.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, this is fun question for you. Definitely, we'll invite some Bollywood celebrity in IGP by the help of Ma'am Jyotika. Definitely. But, right now, we can concentrate on our topics. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. First of all, I want to say one thing that is kudos to you or thanks a lot because based on your presentation, you said one line that is, I help those person who came from Mumbai from cancer treatment. Actually, ma'am, you earn lots of blessings. That is, I know this is parts of your socialism, but you earned lots of blessings, which priceless. Because people,
Yeah.
those
Yes.
who are cancer patient, they feel that the last day for them. That's the last day, and you help them to booking cottage and to booking appointment to doctors, everything. So, ma'am, you are right now. You earned lots of blessings, which priceless.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And there's a language gap. The moment you come to Mumbai from Nagaland or Manipur or Assam, you don't understand what the doctor is telling
Yes.
you or what the attendant is telling you. So it is very much important to be a translator or be a mediator or just stand by them. There are people who calls me from the train. They are already started their journey and somehow they found my number on the web in some internet and they're
Okay.
calling me and they will tell
And
me,
based on
Madam,
based on that,
yeah,
I just want to share a simple story. Last day story. I was busy in to arrange the program as well the daily. and I already said that my baby is sick. So my family moved to doctor's chamber with my baby, and after when she came back and she lost prescription. She lost prescription because she put it on the dispensary shop, but the dispensary owner actually misspelled something. That's the case. She lost prescription. Right now, then I directly called the attendant of the doctor, and I asked, then I need to consult with doctor immediately because he prescribed something and we lost the prescription. So now it's too much important to consult with the doctor. Then she said, okay, let me inform the name of medicine. I can guide you because I saw that. Okay, then I tell that one antibiotic, that is Ciptocin 250. Doctor prescribed two times in a day. She said three times in a day. This is a antibiotic. Doctor prescribed two times in a day, but the attendant of doctor, she said three times in a day. The point 3.5 ml prescribed by doctor, she said 5 ml and three times. That means, now you can think. And oh, one more thing. She said you can take this antibiotic before meal. Now, what do you explain it? Is it? I'm in the same country. That means
It's
that the communication gap. If I focused on the attendant advice, then I have to advise my child for three times in antibiotic, right? But at the same time, I didn't do that. I called one of my friend who is a doctor, and I asked him, "Is it possible? Then we can fit three times antibiotic. Is it possible?" Then he replied, "Who told you?" I
no.
said that the attendant of doctor. Then he said, "Then we, as usual, with the older people can take two times. Then how can a baby, which is
Yes.
2 years, she prescribed for three times? Is it, how can she do?" So, ma'am, that's the very important part in the communication gap or translation or language barriers. But in my country, this is the similar language. But here is the problem is communication gap. So,
It's very
ma'am, you're doing
unfortunate,
great.
but it is
Yeah,
always important to take a second opinion. I always urge people to take second
ma'am,
opinion.
I
Whenever you have
definitely,
a doubt, yeah, better
at
to
the
take a
same time, I
second
consult
opinion.
with the dispensary owner. At the same time, I consult with my family doctor. At the same time, I consult with my friend who is doctor. Because I don't believe on that attendant. Because
Yeah,
in our country, if we focus on that attendant qualification, I think she might be, uh, you can say that elementary completed student. Then how can one elementary student completed can guide you a long description or long prescription? So that is the
yes.
point. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you
And
so much.
I will definitely knock you in WhatsApp.
Sure. Thank
And
you.
see you, ma'am, again in the Q&A portion.
Sure.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I'm going to invite our third for today's third speaker, and in IGP she's also for the third speaker. Because she's in for the third times. She's none other than Ma'am Adobe. Hello, ma'am. This is your third times program in IGP. Hello, ma'am. You are muted. Unmute yourself.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yes.
just introduce yourself in a little bit that people can understand.
Okay. My name is Adobe Onekwele. I'm a health advocate. I've been very interested in helping others to achieve wellness and health. I specialize in natural medicines, especially food, using food as a way to look after yourself. I'm also a reinvention coach where I help people to work on their mindset on how they can become more intentional in making daily choices. Now, what I'm about to say today Most people will not even take it. Why? Because we have all been said that, we've all heard that the greatest wealth in life is health. This has been said over and over again. But how many of you really think about it? In order to get results from health and wellness, you have to actually practice it. You have to ask yourself questions like, why do you want to lose weight or think about health? There are 5 aspects of personal health. There's physical, like the first speaker has said, and also the emotional, spiritual, which the second speaker talked more about, and also there's the intellectual and social. So in order to be considered well, it is imperative that none of these areas are neglected. So before you start thinking about health, think of those questions like, if you want to lose weight, why do you want to lose weight? Is it because you have a health problem where you feel that losing the weight will give you a better skeletal support for your height and your age? Or why do you consider making positive changes in your life? How will it impact you? And also, is this a short or long term for you? And which areas of your life do you want to focus on? We've all heard about the saying that knowledge is wealth. But I have to say that that is true only if you practice it. Because the the fact that most people are looking at wealth as richness or having money is actually untrue. We've all seen rich men that have succumbed to illness. So this knowledge, when it's used properly, is what will save us and also give us a plan to live the kind of life that we need. For instance, when we are young, we've seen young people, teenagers, they eat anything. Some, they never put on weight, except those that have ill health. That is because when we are young, our body produces this energy called ATP, which is adenosine triphosphate. This is the energy that carry molecule found in the cells of all living things around the body. So you can see people, they eat fat, they eat whatever, and they're fine. But as soon as aging progresses, we find out that we start putting weight in our belly, start putting weight on our hand and everything, and we blame it on aging. In fact, if you understand how the body works, you can actually circumvent this. Because as you get older, the body doesn't produce enough HTP or energy for you. What it does, I haven't got my PowerPoint, so I'm just going off my head. What it does, it actually produces less. And in the body, there's so many functions that needs this energy. For instance, the heart. Are you aware that the heart uses more energy than any other organs in the body? It uses about 60 to 70% of ATP, which is this energy that the cells uses. But when people get older, the heart still uses this thing, but there's DNA damage as you get older. So when there's DNA damage, the mitochondria, that is the thing in the cell, cannot take in a lot of this ATP. So you don't have sufficient energy. And we say people are old, they don't have, they cannot move, they are slow. I would like to show you an example. It's like this banana. You can see this banana is fresh. It's looking good because it hasn't been oxidized. And another thing that affects the body is oxidation. It hasn't been oxidized. But compare it to this. You can see this one is brown. It's all looking crummy because it's been affected by oxidation. But unlike the banana cannot do anything. It will just get rotten. But for the human being, even though we have oxidation in our body, we can still do something. And the first thing we start is by looking at our diet. We start from the kitchen because most people don't spend enough time in the kitchen. They actually just cook and come out of the kitchen, or they just buy food from the shops, which is okay depending on how you want to live your life. So basically, I actually train them on how to cook your food properly. So the food processes, after you bought your food, you might buy organic food, but you can destroy that food instantly just by the way you chop it, by the way you cook it. Because once the skin is off, like vegetables or cucumber, once you've taken off the skin, some people even peel out the skin. I know they said that they are removing the chemical or something, but let's say you have an organic one, you can chop it quickly. I use a very sharp knife so that you don't spend too much time in cutting it, and all the oxidation, the air is coming in and you lose the nutrients. And also, for instance, if you take a spinach, like a vegetable, any green vegetable, I don't know what people like best. Once you cut these vegetables, we now take this vegetable and put in a pot where we want to cook it, because not everybody can eat fresh, raw vegetables. I'm talking about those that want to cook. And when you put it, you now turn up the heat. So is it 100 degrees centigrade? And at that temperature, that food is destroyed. So how are you going to get enough food for your family? You love your family, but the kitchen is where you cook and destroy this food. Do you know that in some families, they say they have generational problem. Oh, this family, they always have diabetes. Oh, this family, they always have high blood pressure. It's because the knowledge of cooking is something that parents do, but they don't pass on to their children. Because if a mother has been cooking the same way and all the children are eating from it, of course, they're not going to get their nutrients. So changing your cooking by cooking on, I know somebody mentioned about COVID. I don't know about COVID. I'm just talking about normal cooking. Once you cook your food, you can either bring the heat up just to heat it up, but don't cook consistently on 100-degree centigrade because it destroys that food. That's for vegetables. You can actually bring it up to boiling, then reduce it. I always do that. Once you reduce it, it will cook perfectly in a sustainable way that you still get to take your vitamins. So when you eat, you are not actually just getting damaged food. You are getting some vitamins and nutrients. And also, for those of you that live in a place where you cannot get that, maybe you eat outside a lot, try and introduce some nutrients some supplements into your food. If you're not getting vitamin C from the food, probably you are cooking it or you buy outside, you can start taking supplements into the food. Then also in the kitchen, you have to be careful of the salt that you put in your food. I know you have to salt it so that the food will taste nice. But are you aware that too much salt is actually what causes high blood pressure? How does this happen? Because when there's so much salt in the body, the capillaries, where the blood passes, it's actually having problem because it has to take away that salt. And that's why when you have there's too much salt, the body tries to get it out by you going to wee, and it's also struggling to pump the blood. Can you imagine? You are taking high blood medication, but you are putting so much salt so that your body will continue to suffer, to pump and pump and pump. So they give you this medication, but they don't explain to you why you have to reduce your salt. In my house, I cook my food, but I don't put so much salt. In fact, my children got so used to the way I cook that when they go outside and there's the salt, there's somebody cook with a lot of salt, they can taste it and they tell me. I even notice it. So by keeping an eye in the kitchen, the way you cook, the temperature with which you cook, except your meat, your meat, of course, you have to use high temperature to kill the germs. But for those who are vegetarians, they might not have, sorry, those who are raw, is it people that eat raw food, they might not have that problem. But also, some people cannot digest those food. So if you're eating raw and you're having problems, that means that your body is not dealing with it. I'm not going to say which one is better, but just make sure that you keep your nutrients in your food. Because if you are not keeping putting an eye on your nutrients, one day you might just find yourself sick or something because we are not giving the body what it needs. And some people, the consequence can be there, it can be hospitalization or whatever. So, the next part of wellness that I'm saying is have a plan for your day. Like every day when you wake up, you have to start from zero because carrying over what you haven't done yesterday or what you haven't done the other week, it becomes all too much. And this is what gives, like, you start feeling unhappy because you haven't done it. And once you're unhappy, it actually starts to show. So the way it's like when you wake up, just have a blank page and write in 2 or 3 things that you want to do for the day. I know there are some you haven't finished, but just leave a block for the unfinished one. Probably leave a block, but have new ones so that at least you don't find yourself caught in the trap of trying to finish off works of last month, work of 1 year ago, or work of 2 years ago. Just have something that you can do every day that will keep you fresh. Then you can go back to the one you haven't finished. Because sometimes it causes rumination where you are reminiscing about something and immediately your mind starts telling you, oh, you are lazy, you are silly, you are this, and you keep on hearing these voices, and that actually affects you. So some people, they keep saying, oh, I'm not good enough, and before you know it, you start berating yourself. So every day have a plan and have start with zero for the day, but go back to the one you want later after achieving something for that particular day. Like today, what was on my top platform was to do this event, and I also made some food for the family. So those two have been done. Then after that, I can go to other ones. The other thing I would like to say is also because my colleagues have said a lot about exercise and everything. Yes, exercise is something that is one of the top of the list. And what does exercise do? Do you know what it does? Is like if you are sitting down doing something for all the time, you are struggling with cracking your brain, thinking, I can't get this, Once you keep doing that, you're just going to stay stuck. So all you need is movement. So when you decide to go for a walk or just jog in the house or just do some form of move the body from A to B, what happens is that the body starts producing its own energy. So you don't even need to take is it the ones what's all this an energy drink? Your body naturally produces its own energy once you start giving it movement. But when you are sedentary, it doesn't. So by moving, you're actually engaging the brain. And by the time you've walked around and come back, you can actually see that you are able to produce more. And that thing that you're thinking of has actually shifted, and you'll be in a better frame of mind. The I forgot to tell you this. I am somebody that really don't think about nutrition because I just thought it doesn't matter what you eat. Then I was young and I was okay until my daughter got sick. She was in hospital and she had a disease that happens to old people. And I'm thinking, how can a young child have arthritis? And they even told me that she may not be able to walk again. As a mother, how would you feel? Do you know that when I was approached by somebody telling me about how to use food as medicine, I jumped at it. And that was when I became a student of health. From there, I went on to all the health courses. I trained myself. Sometimes we have to invest. Do you know that most people, they invest in new television, they paint their house, new settee, new this. But what about your health? You have to invest in your health or do some research on your health. Because if your health is not good, that TV, no one is going to watch it. Others will watch it, but not you, because you might be in hospital. So investing in your health means that it will open new doors. As soon as I started going to all the health programs, I attended probably about 15 health programs. I even did training. Then I learned how the body works. It was then that I started cooking the way I explained to you, making sure that my house is full of healthy things. If you want to lose weight and you cannot keep your eyes off biscuits, just don't buy it. Because when you really want one, it's not there. And that's when you start training your mind. Don't keep things you don't want. I started to use less toxic things in the house. I don't even spray things, the things we use in the toilet, all those things they use. I just kept my house very, very clean. You know what? Of all the children that were in hospital that time, my daughter was one of the people that recovered. Today, well, most of them recovered, but at least my daughter was able to get off her wheelchair. So that was when I now believed that health health is wealth, because today I don't have to push her on the wheelchair and she's just bubbling and being happy. I see so many people these days, they have all sorts of illnesses, and I can't just go to them and start preaching to them, but I know that they will do well with some changes. Even mental health is caused by some of our attitudes. If you have an attitude that is toxic, you are just sitting down, you are not moving. If you're not moving, your body is not producing. Before you know it, it will become lethargic. So always keep an eye on your health, because you want to be there for a very, very long time. And for people that are older, the greatest gift you can give to your children is by looking after your health. Do you know why? Because nobody wants to be 20 or 30 and they have a wife and all they do is look after their mother and father. If you have looked after your health properly and you are well, believe me, you will not, you will stay at least up to your 80s, except you have some underlying health conditions. Because you don't want your children to sacrifice their life to be looking after you. When, if you have done that earlier, your children will have freedom and only look after you only when it needs be. How is it that people neglect themselves? They just rely that, oh, God will do some magical work. God is busy doing a lot of things. Why don't you start by looking after yourself so that God will say, my child, you have done well. So please, don't sacrifice looking after yourself to anybody else. If you do that, that means that you don't care for yourself. You have to do that so that your children can be free. Don't put your children to slavery by disregarding your health so that they can now come and look after you in your old age. That is using them. I know children might not agree with you, but where I come from in Nigeria, that's what they do. Children just feel that they have to sacrifice their life for their parents. But parents, start looking after yourself so that you don't have to allow your kids to suffer. So that's my idea about health and wellness. There's so many areas also, like reduce your alcohol intake, because some decisions you make when you're drunk or when you have too much alcohol, you might not make it when you are sober. So just everything is in minimal. Also keep an eye on them. The like the things if you have all those, there's some things you have in the house that actually causes a problem, like the kind of fabric, like your fabric for cotton, for bed sheets. If you have a child with asthma or that have breathing problems, you don't want to start spraying perfume. Even spraying perfume, just put your perfume in your bag and spray it outside. There's no need trying to look good when the whole house is coughing. Even in the toilet, all those aerosol, people that have breathing problem, it affects them. And also, when you buy new furniture, put them outside or open the window for like about a week every day, just opening the windows, and your children will not breathe it in. We all say we love our children, but do we pay attention to what will really make them happy? It's not by buying them new clothes. So at the end of the day, if you bring your child up to a grown-up age, at least 21, and they have no marks, they haven't had any issue, that is fantastic, even better than money, because you've really taken care of them. And also take care of yourself, because you matter a lot. If you are well, your children are happy, and you will be happy that you have given them life and an opportunity. So, in conclusion, I'll say a healthy body is equal to a healthy mind. So, try to strive to be healthy no matter what, and educate yourself on health. You can reach me on that will be on equally.com or through the organizers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, in every sessions, I'm actually, if I want, then I can align someone in to host this program or to continue this program. But every day I maintain the program because for new learnings. Actually, still, I'm very too much fond of learning, so that's the reason I strictly I control this StreamYard program in every day. But if I want, then from if I ask to Ma'am Marisa or Ma'am Janet, anyone from our team, they will continue to it. But in every case, like Ma'am Angelique said, something like cooking, something healthy routine, healthy chart, and Ma'am Jutika already explained something the five components of uh, what I can say healthy lifestyle. You said some different topics like cooking part, and you are also food nutrition. Also, you said that, and just one point is that if you have to explain all the things in one sentence, what would be that?
Sorry?
Now, in based on your all total 20 minutes discussion, if I asked you, ma'am, just complete all those things in only one sentence, then how can you complete everything in one sentence? Is it health is wealth? Is it health is everything? Is it something like that?
Oh, I would say being health aware and practicing it is everything. Because sometimes people are aware, but they don't practice it. So have knowledge of health, but practice it as well. And also, you have to teach your children, because when you are doing things in the house, you don't have to force them to do it, but keep only healthy things at home and be talking to them. Like my son, I used to tell him, oh, don't don't cook with this kind of cookware. Don't put this, don't put too much salt. And he started to tell me, he said, Mommy, you told us this, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do. And I'm thinking, where did I hear this? So they have been listening. Your children watch you because even if you die, that's the legacy you will leave. So people know me when I come around. I don't even tell people, oh, I don't want to. You have to also be nice so that people don't see you as, oh, she's come again with her health problem, or correcting us. Don't correct people, but just do it and let them see you. If they ask, you tell them. Because sometimes when you try to change people, people are not happy with change. But when they say that you are not sick, like me, I had 5 cardiac arrests, and I was
Yes,
so angry.
I know that, ma'am.
And I said, why did I have this? And I now realize that because I have invested in looking after my health, that was why, even though I had it, God still saved my life. So who knows what we're going to meet? But if you look after yourself, you might just find that you, at your old age, you still have your thinking faculty and you're always happy. So that's the important thing.
That's true, ma'am. That's true. That's true, actually. Ma'am,
Yes.
for the first time when you joined in IGP, well, the first program, you say that you have 5 careers. You know that, ma'am. And thank you, ma'am. Thank you. And you are also one of the inspiration of our learners. So, ma'am, thank you, and see you again in the Q&A portion. Now, actually, we have quiz competition.
Thank you.
Okay, dear participants, now time for quiz competition, and after that we'll move for Q&A. Dear viewers, dear learner, it's time for quiz competition. As you know that I'm not professional host, so I'm not able to run all the program all the time. So the link for joining is on the comment section. You can click on that link, and the code is for quiz IGP quiz. Link in the comment box. Please collect the link or joining in the quiz, so you can join easily with this link. Actually, I want to know who is the first person, John Paul de Luna. I want to know who is he or she. Uh, you from Facebook page or you join from YouTube? John Paul de Luna. You join from Facebook or you join from YouTube? Ma'am Yamaguchi, I'm audible to you. Still waiting for the reply. Who is John Paul B. de Luna? Yes, John Paul de Luna. I'm joining from YouTube. Okay. First of all, you're the person who placed several times first in IGP history. You're the person who placed several times first in IGP quiz. So definitely, I will prepare some surprise for you. I will definitely prepare some surprise for you. Thank you. Okay, now it's time for Q&A. Okay, now we are back again for our Q&A part. Our first question is from Sir Pradeep. It's for you, all the speakers. Actually, sir, I read your question. After all speakers' speech, they answered. I will suggest something to you in personally, ma'am Jyotika and ma'am Angelic and ma'am Adobe. This question is for you both. Anyone can answer it. Hello.
Yeah, so I would
Yes, ma'am.
like to share some inputs from my end. So
Yes.
though I'm not a medical expert, or
Because,
though I'm not
ma'am,
an
this question is not connected with directly a doctor, because we have to remove this problem by our natural some remedies, right, ma'am?
yeah.
So you can
Yes.
suggest anything.
So, I used to have acidity problem because I have lived in hostel. So, you know how hostel foods are. So, I have developed this gastric problem and acidity problem. So, I have cured myself with changes in lifestyle. With certain lifestyle changes, I am today in a position where I can say that I am out of it. So, when it comes to lifestyle changes, it is like, adequate sleep. I go to bed on time, and I have made a routine to go to bed on time, and I wake up on time. And second thing, the other lifestyle changes that I did, like, I have been always drinking lots and lots of water, but in the morning, instead of my heavy breakfast, I start my day with plate of fruits. So when it comes to fruit, I eat only one type of fruit in the morning. I don't mix with many other fruits. And also, I have identified the vegetables or the fruits or the behavioral changes which triggers my acidity. For an example, earlier I was not aware that cucumber, even if people say that cucumber is good for health or good for acidity, but I cannot eat cucumber. It ignites my acidity problem. At the same time, like capsicum is something which ignites my acidity or gastric problem. So the same way, you will have to say take some time. You will have to give some time to your body and to your behavioral, process, and to identify what triggers your gastric problem or your acidity. Like whenever I get angry, or if I'm more aggressive, or if I'm being very much violent, then immediately my acidity problem triggers. So those identification of core things, and with lifestyle changes, I'm sure you can get rid of this for forever. So I'll request Madam Angelica and Madam Adoni to add their views, please.
So I would say the same thing. You have to identify some lifestyle changes that might be needed. It's not always about medications. But yes, if you can get some probably expert feedback from a nutritionist, or do some tests also, or just keep a log to see what things are triggering, then you can, make those changes in your lifestyle as well. But yes, you will need some maybe expert advice, and also check on your lifestyle as well.
Okay, ma'am, Adavi, you can add something.
Hello. Yes. Is it Pradip? I have suffered from GERD. The problem, it was really bad that I was always on medication, but it worked only when I tried the lifestyle changes. I noticed that when I take a lot of fizzy drinks, it actually brings it up, or lots of processed food. Some people, the get is that some people can manage it, but some people, their system just cannot. So actually, when you take and when you have GERD, is because you don't have enough acid in your body to digest your food, and they give you antacid, that is anti-acid, but you actually need the acid. So what I did, I had to train myself by making sure that I eat fresh food, and also got used to cooking my own food, because some people, when they cook, they might put things that your body doesn't like. So just eat less outside and cook your food, or if you cook your food, make sure you have a lot of vegetables on your own, and it will help. Those are the things that help me, and actually got so good that I had to be off the medication. But sometimes when I eat in certain places, there's some place I eat and I have it. So when I come back, I don't go there again. I take the medication. But you have to train yourself off that by keeping an eye on your food. Just try to keep your food as fresh as possible. Because when I have so much processed food, it actually triggers it back, because I've suffered it for many, many years. But changing in my food, keeping an eye on what I cook and what I eat, actually helped it.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Actually, healthy food is very good for all. That is true. Okay, now move to the next question to Ma'am Angelique.
Skip exercise.
Okay, so the question is, do I have to skip exercise when I have a cold? Well, to be honest, not really. It would be my answer, although it depends how bad is your cold. If you are lying in bed with a big temperature and you cannot move, and you're feeling absolutely terrible, then yes, you don't exercise. But if you just have a little cold and you can still manage exercise, then I would say yes, go ahead, because sometimes exercise can make you better as well by eliminating toxins. So it can help you, but it really depends on how bad you're feeling. So it's not an exact answer, yes or no. You have to listen to your body and go with that. And also have, like, in terms of nutrition, increase your vitamin C intake, fresh fruits, oranges, lemons, strawberries, all these kind of foods to help you get over it. And worst case scenario, if you don't have access to that, then you can have some vitamin C supplements. But yes, you don't have to skip exercise unless your body is not ready to exercise. Then yes, please don't push yourself. That would be my answer.
Again, this question is from Empowerfest. What type is recommended for a healthy diet? What is the best time to exercise for healthy lifestyle?
Sorry, I didn't understand the question. What type is recommended for healthy diet? What does that mean?
That means I think he meant that some charts or some. I think I'm not sure about that.
Okay. What time is best to exercise? To be honest, I don't think there's a set best time for anything. It depends on your lifestyle. So if you work early, you can exercise later. If you work late and have time in the morning, you can exercise early. You can exercise during lunch break. You can exercise anytime, really. According to me, it's better to exercise and fit it into your lifestyle than not to exercise at all, trying to go for a fixed time.
Ma'am, I think for exercise, you can do it anytime, right? Is there any? Yeah, I think there is no restriction, but morning is the best time.
Not really. I mean, if you're obviously doing meditation, starting your day with meditation, that's a good time to start first thing in the morning. But exercise, really, any time is good as long as you do it. That's the best time is to do it.
Yes, yes, yes. We have to do it. That's the point. Okay, this question is again for Ma'am Angelic.
Wow.
I get this quite often. No, not really, unless you're running around the house with the vacuum and and because the main point is exercise should be cardio activity, like I said to you, your heart and lungs should be pumping. You should be out of breath. So unless you are, like I said, running around the house with a vacuum cleaner, then it's not really considered cardio exercise. But it is still good activity. I have to say, it's better than sitting on a chair. And we have to clean a house, so when you sit on the floor and you're sweeping and swabbing, it's good kind of toning exercise for your muscles, I guess, for your legs. So it is still good. You have to do it. It is still good. So don't use the excuse that Ma'am Angelique said doing household chores is not an exercise. So now, mommy, I'm not going to do any household chores to help. No, that's not the point. It still has to be done. And it's still a good exercise in terms of activity, at least moving. So it's good, but it is not really counted as your 30 minutes of exercise. That needs to be a good cardio session.
Ma'am, the next question is again for you.
What is the number one strategy for weight loss? Yes, I think I covered that. So healthy eating, 8 glasses of water, and daily exercise. That is the strategy for weight loss. Eating healthy, no junk, no pizzas, no biscuits, no cakes, no sugar. Cut it out. If it depends how intensely you want to lose weight. If you really want to lose weight very quickly, then you have to be very strict and cut out all junk and focus on eating at home, no kind of ready-made foods, eating at home, cooking yourself, healthy foods, lots of water, 8 glasses, and 30 minutes of exercise a day. Definitely you will lose weight.
Okay, okay. Next question is for Ma'am Jyotika. What three aspects of or dimension of wellness do we need most in these times of COVID-19 pandemic? Why is it so?
Yeah, as I have already mentioned during my presentation, so uh, as per me, like whatever I have learned or I have sailed through my life journey. So three aspects which are wellness. Three wellness aspects which are most important in this COVID timing. For me, result first is like physical, which is but obvious. Second is emotional, because without being emotionally healthy, it is next to impossible to remain physically healthy. And the third one is spiritual. That all these three dimensions are interconnected and interrelated. Without one, the other is meaningless. So when we are already fighting with a pandemic situation, when we are already fighting with the external challenges in our life in various ways, maybe financially or socially or physically or psychologically or spiritually, it is very much important to have our focus intact, to have a positive attitude in life. And with these three dimensions, if we really practice it, if we really believe in it, then I'm sure this phase will we will able to overcome any kind of pandemic situation, be it COVID-19 or any other damn thing which may occur in future or in coming days. So physical, mental, and physical, emotional, and spiritual.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. This is my case also because spiritual is part of your life, really. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
With our all speakers, I'm going to read a comment with some fun. So don't take it otherwise. Someone wrote, "We cook vegetable. We call it laswa in our native language. Green leafy vegetables. It's so good." Ma'am Marisa, then you can invite us on your home on any dinner or lunch. You can invite us. We are ready. We are always ready for your invitation. So you can invite us. Then we can also taste this laswa. What do you think, ma'am? Ma'am Anjali, I said it correctly?
Yes, sounds wonderful.
Ma'am Jyotika, she is from Philippines. You can join, right, ma'am? After this COVID-19, we can join definitely. Okay, now we move to the next question. Actually, this question is for our all speakers. Anyone can answer it. I want to say thank you. Sorry, this is not question. I just pin some other point. Oh, sorry. Yeah, anyone can answer, ma'am. How can we take care of our mental health? This is too much tricky question actually, or needy question.
I think most of us covered that really,
Yes.
combination of things. So for more detail, I would say, revisit this presentation from start because it's recorded and you can see it at any time. And there's so many tips. Mental health I covered, Ma'am Jutika covered, all three of us covered really. So I would say taking time for yourself, um, meditating, praying, the spiritual aspect, getting rid of toxic people and situations in your life. But also kind of all these things, eating healthy, exercising, water, all of this also contributes to your mental health. So having a very good routine every day, like I talked about, is good too. And I will let the other speakers give a summary of their points.
Anything, ma'am Adavi?
About mental health, I think we have to manage our thoughts because sometimes the basis of mental health is actually the way we feel about ourselves. So if you are sitting there and someone is whispering to you, you are not, you are lazy, but watch what you've done the whole day. You've cleaned the house, you've cooked, you've tidied. How can you be lazy? So that means that the thoughts are toxic. So watch what is being said to you and say, no, I'm not lazy. You have to be bold and tell the thoughts not to come again. It might look stupid, but you have to discount those thoughts because those are the things that keep coming. They are like cobwebs. If you allow them to settle like dust, they will take hold. So learn to look at yourself and be able to recognize. If you are tired and you can't do a lot, it's still okay. It's okay to just not do anything. So watch your thoughts and don't take in these negative thoughts. That's what I think. Watching your thoughts is one of the best way to combat mental health. Even from people that talk to you directly. If somebody, your sister tells you that you are lazy, you are not, because you might just be resting at that time. So watch thoughts that come from you, both internally and externally.
Ma'am Jutika, if you want to add something.
Yeah, I'll just add 2 points. Uh, Again, from my personal learning, it is be happy. Try to be happy with whatever the situation you may be around. And the second thing is that ki love yourself. You know, while loving others, we forget to love ourselves. If you don't love yourself, then who will love you? So I strongly believe that we need to love ourselves, even if I may sound selfish, even if people may, feel a little, conscious about it. That what, how can we love only ourselves? But I strongly believe if you love yourself the most, then only you can spread love to others. It is very, very important in our household. I have seen our mothers being sacrificing their lives all the time whenever it comes to good clothes or good foods or good space in the house. They have been sacrificing all the time. So when we have seen them sacrificing from our childhood, we become used to it, and we don't even realize that they are sacrificing. There is a saying in English, like, don't they sacrifice goat and sacrifice everything so that your kids will realize that you are sacrificing something for them. So love yourself and then love others, and be happy with wherever you are, whatever you are, or whatever you are doing. Like, be happy. For me, that is the core of it.
Okay, ma'am, this is the last question for today. Our all three speakers, what is your message to those who are not conscious for their health?
This is the most important thing. It's health is wealth. Without health, we are nothing really. So if you're not conscious about your health and you think, okay, I can do whatever I want right now because I'm young, and later on I will think about it later on. That's the wrong attitude. We need to be healthy from an early age. Of course, have treats, have fun. Nobody's saying it's a punishment, but all within moderation. And health is wealth. It's the most important thing. You can't leave something like this for later. People are getting more and more sick in young age as well now. So I would say take the time to really think about it, change your lifestyle, and start as soon as possible.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am Madhavi.
Sorry?
Ma'am,
No, I
what
just I just think paying attention to health is more
yeah,
important.
what
Like
is your message to those who are not conscious for their health?
I think if you're not conscious of your health, you might be okay for now, but one day you might just have to pay the price. And sometimes the price may be very expensive, that you might even have to borrow money. So by doing little things to take care of your health, I think it's wiser than waiting for something to hit you. Because we've heard of people that have suddenly developed serious health condition and their family has to sell their land or they have to borrow money. But if you've been taking care of yourself and God forbid you still get sick, at least you'll be have a clear conscience. So look after yourself now and not for later, according to Angelique and Rebecca.
Ma'am Jutika, please add something.
Yeah, yeah. I'll just add that if you will not take care of your health today, then tomorrow your health will take back on you. I say this often
Oh,
to my husband. I say this often to my husband. Today you are young, you are healthy, so you can do whatever you want. You can take your
yes.
health for granted. You can take your life for granted. But once you are old, then your life will take back everything, with interest. So it's better to be
With
careful.
interest. Yes, that's
It's
true.
With
better.
That's true.
interest.
Yeah, it is. It is. So it's better to be careful. It's better to
Ma'am,
take care of
ma'am,
your health.
Ma'am,
Yes,
this is a message or this is a threat?
both. Both, so that people are conscious or careful about taking care of their health. It's very, very important. Life is not that easy. It is not a bed of roses. Whatever you
Yes,
do today,
ma'am.
tomorrow you will get it back. That too with interest, mind it.
Actually, for me, it look like a threat. That's the reason.
So please please change. Please take some rest.
Yes, actually, this is
I do
quite
this to my
impossible for
husband.
me.
My husband is a
This,
part of Bollywood. Their time schedule is so crazy. They need to
oh,
work day and night. They do not have any schedule. He works like, I always tell him, you are like labor class. You work day and night. Today it is okay because you are young. So tomorrow you will have to pay it back, right? So better to take care of
yes,
it when you have time.
yes, that's true. That's true. We should maintain our
Sorry if I'm
lifestyle
sounded
fast.
rude, huh? I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to sound rude.
No, no, no. That's the true point, man. That's the true point. If we know, if we're not right now, we are not conscious about our health, then someday we have to. Ma'am, we already said it can be more expensive. That's true. That's true. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am Angelique. Thank you, ma'am Jyotika. Thank you, ma'am Adobe, for your time, for your experience. Without this, actually, in this session, we can at least I learned something new. And ma'am Angelique, it's a cordial request to you. Please provide at least one chart, one healthy chart for me that I can manage myself from your chart. At least one chart.
Sure, sure. Thank
Thank
you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you
Ma'am
for
Angelique.
having
Thank
us.
you, Ma'am
Thank
Adavi.
you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Ma'am
Thank
Thank
you,
Adavi,
everyone.
thank you.
Thank
thank
you,
you.
everyone.
Ma'am Jitika, thank
Bye.
you, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, now it's time to move for the certification process. Before we move for certification process, I want to say something. That is diploma certificate announcement. After checking your activity, your submitted certificates, if you qualified, we will upload your diploma certificate on our website. You have to download it from our website www.advisor.com. We started uploading from 13th of September. Now, what's the point? Here mention all the point. If you qualified, then we will upload your certificate because we received more than 8,000 plus applications, but we decided we will certify only 6 to 700 more, at least highest 800 from 8,000, because you guys thought that IGP or our management team is not being great, or they are some lazy person. Few of them collected, few of them have 30 40 certificates, and you submitted into thrice, into 4, into times 4, into times 5. That means you can calculate it for 150 certificates. But when we check, you have only 30 certificates, and some people claim certificate within, okay, claim 130 certificates within 20 minutes. So how can we do that? How can we certify you that you are not eligible? Mind it. So this is for those who are a regular attendee or regular participant with us. So this is for them. And the next process, download. First, visit our website www.eduigp.com, and you can find at the menu bar diploma certificate. Next, there is two option. Note that there is two option. If you if you want to download it from mobile, or if you want to download it from laptop, please just note my point. From If you want to download it from your desktop or laptop, what you have to do, click on download. Then you can find two options. First of all, when you click on download, then this certificate will pop up. When you're trying from your laptop and desktop, when you click on download, this certificate will pop up. Then you have two options for download it. Like first one, press on the certificate for 5 seconds. Then you can find the option download the image. This is the first option. When you click on the download button, this certificate will pop up. On that time, just press on this certificate for 4 to 5 times, or sorry. When you try it from desktop or laptop, on that time, just click on download, and this certificate will pop up. Then click on right button. Click on right button, you can find the download this image, or at the corner part you can check there is a share arrow. There is a share arrow. So click on that share, you can find download image. There is two option for download. There is two option for download. First of all, if you are from, I'm just let you inform that all the process again. If you are trying to download this from your desktop or laptop, just click on download. This certificates will auto pop up. Then click the right button. Click the right button. Then you can see download image. And the second option at the right side, you can find share option. Share arrow. Share arrow. So click on the share arrow. Then you can find download your certificate. This is the instruction for desktop version. Now back to the mobile function. Mobile. At the same, click on the download. Click on the download and press the certificate. The certificate will auto pop up. When you're trying from mobile, click on download and this certificate will pop up. Then press this certificate for 5 seconds. Press this certificate for 5 seconds and you can find the option for download. And the same second process is the same. You can find at a corner arrow, share arrow. Then click on the share arrow, you can find the download option. This is the process, a similar process from mobile and desktop. And another one process, that is right button from desktop laptop and press on the certificate from your mobile. That is the easy process. Okay, and you can share it from your you can share it on your social media, whatever you want. So today no more discussion, directly I will move for the certification process, and you know that certification process is the same. So I will move for the certificate code. So this is the code for today. Certificate code 2324. It's quite easy. 2324. And don't forget, we will upload your diploma certificate daily. We will upload your diploma certificate daily. And after an hour, we will upload more 50 certificates today. After an hour, we will upload more 50 certificates, diploma certificates on our website. So we will upload your certificates daily by daily. Okay. If you have any question, please put in the comment box. I will answer it. I will try to answer all the questions. Today no more certification process, or no more upcoming webinar. Do you have any question? Because your question is too much important for me. Do you have any question? If you have any question, please write in the comment box. I'm here. Yes, John Paul. I'm going to share a surprise with you. But the time is undefined. Any question for me? Any question for me? Any question for me? Anything you want. If you want to ask anything, I'm here. We already posted this quiz certificate. I already posted quiz certificate. Top 10. Muhammad Salat Abdi. Already posted top 10 certificate on our page and group. Ma'am Marisa, are you going to invite us on your home? No question from me. Okay, then see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. This is the code for today, IGP 2324. This is the code for today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Some says that the country directory application link is not working. Everything is working. Everything is working. Kelvin, everything is working.